Black Swifties at the Eras Tour defend their love of Taylor Swift. Make sure to watch the video till the end. This week, Billboard named Taylor Swift as the second greatest pop star of the 21st century. The top spot, of course, went to Beyoncé. As it should. Is my Bayhive showing? While the internet discourse rages over who should have been crowned, it's clear that Swift has never been more popular and more polarizing, simultaneously. In the culture wars, you're supposed to choose a side. And if you are a black woman, the assumption is that you're on Team Bey, and for the most part, that tracks. It's understandable that Beyoncé's base is the black women who grew up feeling seen by Destiny's Child, and Swift has cornered the market on sad suburban white girls who've loved her since she was writing about the teardrops on her guitar. But that picture is too one-dimensional. First of all, it relies on a comparison that is unfair to both artists. As Swift herself has acknowledged, Beyoncé is a once-in-a-generation talent who has influenced the entire music industry and paved the way for every female solo artist who came after her, including Swift. That's not a knock on Swift's own achievements. It's that the comparison starts a narrative both stars would very much like to be excluded from. And second, the Beyoncé versus Taylor wars paint us all with the same brush, leaving no room for nuance, for varying tastes, and for black Swifties. Yes, they exist. Usually, the discussion surrounding being black and a Taylor Swift fan is wrapped up in shame and complexity. For Pop Sugar, Wongue Moi wrote a piece called The Complicated Reality of Being a Black Taylor Swift Fan. There's the viral Reddit post by a black fan called, My Thoughts/Struggles as a Black Taylor Swift Fan. For Refinery 29 Australia, Beatsy Lavelle wrote, I'm a black woman who loves Taylor Swift, but it's complicated. Reading some of these made me sad. I want us to be able to like what we like in peace. At the same time, I appreciate the care and consideration we put into the artists we pour our energy into. In each of these posts, these women unpack why listening to Swift while black often has to come with a disclaimer or a defense. I'm a black woman and a Swiftie. And that's okay, the every girl. They love her lyrics but don't agree with the fact that she's basically a physical representation of how white women uphold systems of oppression while only highlighting their own. Reddit. They love her vulnerability but don't agree with how toxic, rabid, and racist some of her non-black fanbase can be. Pop Sugar. They love the nostalgia of her music but don't agree with her usage of a private jet or her past fling with the problematic Maddie Healy. Refinery 29. They love her songs but don't love how isolated loving her makes them feel. All of the above. While I understand the cultural analysis and the desire to dig deep into Swift's impact, all of this hand-wringing over liking a pop star is almost comical to me. Is it really that serious? When I got the chance to cover the Eras Tour, I knew I wanted to tackle this topic with the very people who knew best, black Swifties. And under the sparkling lights of the highest-grossing concert tour of all time, in between pushing past bodies covered in glitter and weaving through a wave of cowboy hats and bedazzled tassels, the concurrent seriousness and absurdity of devoting yourself to the Swiftdom was clear. To her legions of fans, loving Swift isn't casual, it's personal. But it's also